started popping off that the fitness scene started twisting in a different direction. Now, most of my audience know who Sis was, but for those who don't, he was basically the first modern day fitness influencer. He didn't get famous off of his advice necessarily, but rather his physique and his persona, which many would later try to replicate. He was known for all of these catchphrases like "You Myrin bra" and his motivational speeches, and he ushered in what many refer to as the era of aesthetics.
So basically, he had a physique and a personality. Got it.
Inspiring
How social media ruined fitness video by bad guy. Well, I am kind of fit, and they're talking about fitness, so let's see what's going on here.
social media has completely ruined the fitness bubble. From being a place where people share their progress, giving each other helpful tips and support, to becoming a haven full of hate, negativity, PED abuse, body dysmorphia, scams, and much, much more.
I kind of feel like it depends on which side of the internet you're on, bro, because I'm also like kind of in it. I don't participate as much, but I do observe it. So it kind of depends on which side of the internet you're on, bro. Like these people right here, bro, the people who he says are having
Helpful
hate
tips and
and
support,
stuff,
to becoming a haven full of hate.
like the dudes that hate, bro. Like I only know this guy, and he doesn't really talk much in his videos. And this guy, I know he talks, but I'm not on his side of social media, so it kind of depends on like which side of social media are you on. But let's continue.
Negativity, PED abuse, body dysmorphia, scams, and much, much more. But how did we even end up in this situation? Well, it all begins with one thing: social media. You see, when social media first came onto the scene through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. over the last 2 decades, fitness content wasn't like it is today. It was filled mostly with tutorials and tips where people with experience in the gym would show you how to work out. Guys like Scott Herman, Alan Thrall, even Athlean X, and many
I kind of feel like those tutorials are still there, but it depends on how deep you are in social media. Like when I started, not social media, the fitness thing, whatever. When I started being in the fitness, bro, I was always seeing these dudes with like the tutorials. Now I never see those, but I just see those crazy things because I moved past that. But I do still find those tutorial videos on how to do this, how to grow this, but I'm just past that at this point.
others centered their content exclusively around showing you what to do to build the body of your dreams. It wasn't
Hmm.
until around 2010 when a certain somebody called Aziz Shavershin, or Ziz, started popping off that the fitness scene started twisting in a different direction. Now, most of my audience know who Ziz was, but for those who don't, he was basically the first modern day fitness influencer. He didn't get famous off of his advice necessarily, but rather his physique and his persona, which many would later try to replicate. He was known for all of these catchphrases like "You Myrin bra" and his motivational speeches, and he ushered
Hmm.
in what many refer to as the era of aesthetics.
So basically, he had a physique and a personality. Got it.
Inspiring thousands in the process, but ended up passing very young at age 22 in
Unfortunately,
2011. And this sparked a
rest in peace to him.
whole new concept: the social media fitness influencer. Back then, social
Hmm.
media platforms weren't as widely used as they are today, but the growth seen by the online fitness community over the next decade would be insurmountable, with influencers like Jeff Seid, Matt August, David Lade, and later into Alex Eubank, Noel Diesel, Larry Wheels, Greg Doucette, Jeff Nippert, and many more. The fitness bubble has exploded. It has become mainstream, and while I think that that is generally considered a good thing, because who doesn't want training, nutrition, and taking care of yourself and building muscle to become normalized, at the same
Hmm.
time, this burst of popularity has also caused some less desirable traits to develop within our own community. Because somewhere along this line, fitness stopped being about getting better and instead started being about getting attention. And those two things are more like opposites in my eyes. Social media platforms do not reward accuracy, nuance, or even honesty, but they do reward engagement. And the easiest way to get engagement is through extremes. Just think about it for a second. Nobody in their right mind clicks on a video that is titled A Balanced Approach to Hypertrophy Training with Moderate Volume and Appropriate Rest and Recovery.
There are people who do click on those videos, all people and beginners. This is for people who have gone past the point of like being a beginner, like me. I won't click on this type of videos.
But they will click on a video titled Why Everything You Know About Training is Wrong, or Do This One.
Yeah. These type of videos, because like we be like, I've been training for so long. Am I doing something wrong? Because you remember when you had newbie gains, bro, you were like building 10 kilograms, or like what is this, 22 pounds of muscle in a week, bro. And then 10 years later, you're like, you've been training what you consider as optimal, but you still aren't getting bigger, and you're like, what's up?
Exercise to grow your chest overnight.
You feel me?
And even though clickbait and bold claims have been around for a long time, it's only
Hmm.
recently that it started to really burn. With the explosion of TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, most content, including fitness and health, got compressed into 15 to 60-second clips. A video which would have been over 10 minutes long is now compressed to retain viewership. It's heavily edited to be entertaining, and in that format, the nuance just dies. On top of the fact
Nah, bro, I kind of feel like it depends on what kind of a person are you in particular. Because me personally, I can't use TikTok. I don't use it. In fact, like I can't watch it on my own. Maybe I can watch it with people or a person, if you know what I'm saying. So, like me just watching TikTok alone doesn't work. Also, Instagram, I kind of watch it a little bit, but not that much. Mostly I'm on YouTube, bro.
that due to our ever-regressing attention span, many don't even catch or remember what is being said. It's often that the physique presenting the information gets more attention than the actual information. Or a video where somebody is just flexing or highlighting their physique will get a lot more attention than somebody who is talking actively about training or nutrition. Or heck,
No, bro, I kind of feel like it depends on what you're doing and who you are. Because, like, Ashton Hall, he does things like very out of the ordinary things, and that's what gets him the attention and the clicks and the views and stuff. And then there's this one other dude called Bro Science Life. I recommend you watch that dude if you don't want to learn anything about fitness. You just want to watch a dude pretending to be teaching something, but he's actually just saying a whole bunch of funny stuff. I recommend that channel to you. Bro Science Life. It's one word. You'll just see it. He's the biggest channel with that name, if there are other channels with that name. But yeah, all I'm saying is, bro, is like it depends what you're doing. You feel me? I got sidetracked. What was I talking about again?
the actual information. Or a video where somebody is just flexing or highlighting their physique will get a lot more attention than somebody who is
It is what it is, bro. I lost the point, but just go watch Bro Science Life. He's
talking
hilarious.
actively about training or nutrition. Or heck, bold claims, which are a lot easier to remember, will occupy people's memories way easier than a longer and more nuanced take.
Is there any watch out foods that people think are healthy, but if I was trying to have an optimally healthy heart, I should avoid?
This is going to surprise you. Excessive fruit, because there's too much fructose in it.
Fructose being the sugars.
Fructose is sugar, and fructose causes fatty liver.
And on top
Well, you heard it from like a veteran. I suppose it's true. Avoid fruit. Eat meat. Meat. Gobble meat. Not what you're thinking, nigga. But like, you know what I'm saying, bro. Don't eat vegetables. Don't eat green stuff. That has a lot of fructose. Apparently, that's unhealthy. So just eat meat. Red meat, white meat, probably. Isn't like chicken, fish, and
of
beef.
this, the nuance required to actually give solid fitness advice is rarely present when you only have a short format. Like, you can't explain progressive overload or fatigue management or injury risk or complex nutrition science in 30 seconds or less. So instead, many creators opt to simplify their message, then they oversimplify and eventually just distort the entire message that they're trying to convey.
This is why the world of fitness is it's because of people like this.
Counting calories, it's actually making you leaner. It's making you store more fat. She's that little man over there. I've got
he might be right on that, bro. Personally, I don't count calories and I got a bicep vein. You feel me? I've had this bicep vein for almost 6 years now. At the end of this year, it's gonna be 6 years, bro. You feel me? I've never counted calories in my life. I just like when I wanna get bigger, I eat more. When I wanna like lose fat, I eat slightly less. Never count calories ever. That's me though. I'm young. I'm a dude, and I'm black. Apparently that helps. So like that's what's up.
Dried spunk that's older than him. But instead of learning from me, he's sitting there making videos. Stupid kids.
I'm not saying you should follow what I do, but I kind of you know what I'm saying,
Wake
bro.
the up.
As an end product of this tomfoolery, you get black and white thinking, just like this exercise is trash, or this is the only way to build muscle, and if you eat this food, you will get cancer and die. And these things are also very present in the evidence-based lifting scene, often because people want to stand out, to be controversial, or to say something different to get engagement, instead of providing something actually useful and nuanced. And suddenly, the beginners aren't learning anything, they're just getting whiplash from all the information out there, most of which just contradict itself. One day you may have
Like if you got a fitness thing, whatever question you have, you can just comment down below. I personally, me, I will respond to that because I know everything about fitness. Trust me, I have abs sitting down. You feel me? Like I have like all my abs are appearing while I'm seated down. So that means I know something. Ask me personally. I will not go beat around the bush, or you can just ask ChatGPT or any type of other AI, bro. It's really simple. But me as a person, I lived through it, not heard it from somebody else. So you can ask me or AI. You feel me? Not really be asking some fitness influencer who wants you to buy his thing in the code and whatever. You feel me?
someone saying squats are essential, the next day they're terrible for your knees, and then they're only for advanced lifters, followed by how higher specificity work is better for.
That's why I just don't do squats, bro. Don't do legs. That thing is gonna like mess up your spine and stuff. Just have buff legs or just deal with it, bro. Just live with your whatever size legs. You feel me? They don't even matter, bro. For real, you feel me? It's one of them that matters.
Advanced lifters if they want to grow muscle. It becomes more like entertainment disguised as education, and I've talked about this a lot before in some of my previous videos. But the algorithm loves it, or like Mr. Beast would say, the audience loves it. Because the people watching are essentially the ones producing their own algorithms. And outrage, or simple statements, engages people a lot more than anything, which is why the current meta is more centered around bold claims, rage bait, and in many cases just spewing obvious lies. But at the same time with all this happening, there has also been another shift, and this one is way more serious in my opinion. Performance enhancing drugs have gone from being hidden and taboo to being normalized to being straight up marketed. Now you got some influencers openly talking about cycles, SARMs, peptides, TRT, sometimes responsibly, which is awesome, but oftentimes not. And many only show the positives, like how certain peptides can aid in injury recovery, but not even mention that the long-term consequences are completely unknown. And the audience
Yeah, bro. The thing is, like, don't use PEDs or steroids or whatever other types of supplements that have bad results in the near future. Unless you feel it's worth it, then you can, but just know, just check the what you call this, the repercussions that come with using this specific type of drug. You feel me? And then make like an informed guess of whether or not it's worth it for you.
consuming this content, well, a big part of them are kids. 15, 16, 17-year-olds who haven't even finished puberty are now being exposed to
Yeah, if you're a kid and you haven't even started or finished puberty, I feel like using steroids or whatever types of PEDs at that point would be detrimental. No, it will actually be detrimental to your health. Just let yourself grow up first. Maybe like when you're like 20, I don't know, nigga, like just after puberty, maybe 22, 21, whatever, maybe you can start be like, okay, is it worth it for me? You, not me. I don't need steroids, nigga. I am a steroid myself. You feel me? Like, just as I am. So, like, don't do it if you're a teenager. I'm 19, bruh. I don't even think of steroids at this point in time. Maybe like after 50 or something. Maybe.
Conversations about hormone manipulation like it's just another supplement.
Are you natural or not?
I'm on SARMs.
Can you tell me which ones?
LGD, YK11, MK, I think 28.
I remember
Look at his face. Look at this. How old
Can
is
you
he?
tell me?
manipulation like it's just another
This kid is 16. Look at it. Look at this. Nasty. This is nasty, by the way. This is nasty.
supplement.
Are you natural or not?
I'm on SARMs.
Can you tell?
Look at his face, bruh. That's nasty. Can you imagine? He's on Psalms. I don't know what those are, but who has a more appealing physique versus the dude on the drug or the dude not on the drug? Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty
Tell me which
useless.
ones?
LGD, YK11, MK, I think 28.
I remember when I was younger, people told us creatine would ruin our kidneys and make us go bald. Like, the contrast is pretty darn disturbing. And we've seen cases like Eric English or teenagers already stepping into PEDs without even getting any real foundation of training, nutrition, or knowledge on PEDs, posting their transformations on social media, which in turn produces insane expectations for teens and kids just starting out. Like, your frontal lobe is still 10 years away from being fully developed, and you're just messing with your mind for the long run, and if you get mediocre results, you're just gonna feel like an absolute failure because these kids on social media are doing way better. And it doesn't exactly help that
Yeah. That thing does fry your brain actually. As one of the side effects of steroids is that you actually become less smart. I mean, dumber, more stupid. If you are stupid, more stupid. If you aren't stupid, it makes you stupid. You feel me? Even if you are smart, it's gonna make you stupid, then more stupid. So, like, avoid them if you like the functioning of your brain. Personally, I barely have a brain at this point, so I wouldn't wanna like finish whatever is left of
we
it.
now
You
have
feel me?
AI transformations which drive these concepts even further. And when you combine that with unrealistic physiques being presented as achievable through social media, you get a
I'm bigger than this dude. He's also 19, but I'm bigger than him. Look at this. Oh yeah, I think I'm not sure which side I'm on, but like I'm bigger. You feel me? Because I'm not on steroids. I'm just bigger. You feel me? I'm bigger.
perfect storm for body dysmorphia, which is now on the rise. The new standard isn't just about having abs and some vascularity or even benching 2 plates, which a couple of years ago was considered impressive. Now it's basically being chemically enhanced, but presented as a new normal. Like, this kid came in and benched 4 plates after a few months of benching, which isn't even going to be achievable for most people on
I'm pretty sure I can do that. I've never tried 3 plates though, but I'm pretty sure I can do 4, bro. Like, you can do anything you put your mind to, you feel me? Don't let anybody say you can't or anything stop you, bro. I'm pretty sure I can do this thing, bro. Believe in yourself. Never let yourself be told you can't do something you want to do. You feel me? So I'm pretty sure I can do this as well.
PEDs. Even in cases where creators are open about their use, the damage is already done. And even though I think it's generally better to be open about it than to lie to your audience, unless you are clearly emphasizing the downsides and the negative side effects, the impact will often be an overall negative. And then there is the other side of the industry, especially on platforms like Instagram. The line between fitness content and adult content has gotten, let's just say, very blurry. Like, you'll see workout videos that are clearly not about training at all, they're about clicks, attention, and monetization through other platforms. Like how
This is crazy. Now, as I said, let me
many
show
will
you.
post lightly clad videos or photos of themselves on Instagram just to transfer that engagement to other platforms like OF. And it's not just the women, but also a lot of guys are doing this. Heck, even Larry Wheels opened one up at some point.
Alright, this is kind of less disturbing. So as Larry Wheels is looking at you very very maniacally or whatever this is. It also depends on like which side of the internet you're on, bro. Like just click don't recommend or something. Don't engage in those videos, bro. Personally, I never get such recommendations on videos like the adult stuff, whatever, whatever. I never get that because I don't consume it. You feel me? It's not even on my feed. And if it is to be on my feed, just swipe away, bro. Like your feed looks at what you watch and it gives you more of what you watch. You feel me? The same way as in life, if you're looking for problems in your life, you will find problems in your life. That's why I am always happy because I look at what to be happy about. You feel me?
And even though the adult movie industry is a totally different topic on its own, it's slowly clawing its way into fitness. And again, the algorithm pushes it as long as people continue to click and watch. It's not like it's illegal to drive engagement through OF via Instagram, for example, because it works. But what it does is distort what fitness even really means. Like it turns from a performance-driven, health-focused pursuit into just pure aesthetics, validation, and attention. For a lot of guys, it's about chasing that unattainable size and leanness.
Yeah, I'm gonna get here, bro. Like, give me like 2 to 3 months. I'm gonna get here, bro. Like, I already have a vein that's going down and another one that's going this way, and a little bit of them that are doing this a little, not that much, but like, I know after 2 to 3 months from now, bro, I will have all those veins, bro. Trust
Comparing
me.
yourself to guys on steroids, or just even better
Nah, nigga, I am a steroid. That's why I can compare myself to these dudes without having body dysmorphia. You feel me?
natural lifters with better genetics. For women, it's
Mm.
the pressure to look a certain way and present themselves in the perfect way online. Like how we're now seeing wedgie tutorials on how to make your butt look a certain way in leggings. Like, what does that have to do with training? Does that really help anyone? Like, we have people who go to podcasts and just say things randomly for clicks and attention, even if they secretly know that what they're saying is BS. Because at the end of the day, that is what performs best. Guys,
Now, sometimes these people do be posting these things like in a sarcastic way, and they just don't admit it in the video. And unfortunately, sometimes the dudes that or just the people who watch the videos are maybe beginners and they don't know any better, so they don't know that this person is joking. But for us veterans, we realize very quickly that, oh, this is just jokes or just like a rage bait. You feel me? So anything for engagement on their end, bruh. Like they're just pushing life. You feel me? Who says they shouldn't or they can't do it in that way? It's just up to you to be able to observe that. You feel me? To make the observation that no, this is just jokes or rage bait or whatever, and this is actually serious advice.
like Greg Doucette has built massive channels off of high energy, aggressive critique content. Heck, I
Hmm.
do it a lot too, because that's one of the best ways to get your word across. Even if I try
Mhm.
to be nuanced and two-sided with all my critiques. Alongside guys like the Anabolic Stick, Solomon Nelson, Josh Brett, Big Sean, etc. Even Jeff Nippert has talked about how titles and thumbnails have to walk that very fine line between accuracy and clickability. It's not like creators
Mhm.
are the biggest problem, at least not always. It's more
Clickbait. Got
the
it.
environment we find ourselves in that pushes everyone in the same direction. So how do we fix that? Because obviously something is off. And no, we're not going to be able to fix social media overnight, but there are ways the industry can improve for a better direction. First of all, I think creators need to take more responsibility. That means that you have to be open about your PED use, or at the very least not imply that you're natural when you're not. And if you're gonna
Hmm.
be open, I also expect you to talk about the negatives and the potential side effects. You have to avoid absolute claims when the reality is often more nuanced, and saying things like, that exercise is useless, or you're gonna get injured doing X, Y, and Z, don't eat this food, etc. are definitely not helping. But I also think that we have to prioritize long-term credibility through being authentic, open, and not just vividly chasing views. Because even though views are of course important, you kind of need them to build a sustainable online fitness brand, your audience and the people in general will benefit more from genuine content. Secondly, the platforms we work on need better incentives. Because right now, outrage and extremism are more rewarded than anything. Like, there is no real system in place to elevate accurate, evidence-based content over viral clips and nonsense. And until that changes, I think the cycle will just keep repeating itself. Third,
Yeah, I feel like that is
and I
true.
think this is the most important one, the audience and the people who use social media have to get smarter. Because at the end of the day, the algorithm follows you. It's like how AI channels like these are now on the rise because people apparently watch it. Even if you see rage bait videos, like, don't comment on it, don't engage.
Exactly. This is exactly what this dude is talking about. The thing that I was speaking about earlier. Just don't engage in it, bro. If you come across it, like I don't get recommended AI or just like a very provocative Instagram videos, you feel me? Because I don't engage in them, bro. Even if it was to happen, like one was to come across my feed, just pass it. Maybe not recommended or something, like block the whatever. Just seeing that, you feel me? Be like not interested in stuff. Yeah, just that,
With
bro.
it, just scroll, and the algorithm will not show it to you more. Sometimes people get
Exactly.
trapped in an endless negative loop because they keep engaging with content even if they don't really like it. Like, if you see an AI transformation or you see somebody spewing nonsense, just dislike it and move on, or just click the do not suggest button. And you don't have to spend time comparing yourself to the people you see online. Like, they have different genetics to you, they're often living off of how they look, and many take PEDs on top of it. I would argue the average steroid user has a physique similar to a good natural lifter. Fitness.
Yeah, bro, exactly. Like, don't compare like your physique to a person online because they live on it. As in, like, these people don't mind being aggressively lean to the point where their hormones are messed up, and they live off of that, bro. Like, they get money for that, and you wanna copy them. What are you doing with that? You just be like, yeah, but I'm as lean as so and so. Then what? They're getting paid for that, and you just have messed up hormones now what? You feel me? But me personally, I can't have messed up hormones, bro. I'm young and I'm a steroid myself. You feel me?
And muscle building, strength, etc. at its core is actually very simple. You train hard with a good plan, ideally one that's adapted to you and what you want to achieve. You recover properly.
Yeah, exactly. Don't follow anyone's training split. Like, for me example, bro, like, or me for example, yeah, me for example, bro, like, I can only train a muscle twice a week, and it also depends on which muscle that is. Not all of them can be trained twice a week. You feel me? So, like, shoulders, I can do that maybe 3 times a week. Legs, maybe twice a week. Chest, maybe once a week. You feel me? So don't follow anyone's training split. Just work out and be like, am I recovered enough? And then just train that muscle and then adapt your split to becoming like, yeah, this is how often this muscle recovers. And also depends like how many days in a week do you have to train? You feel me? If you have 6 days a week, then yeah, you can adapt the days in which muscle you train for those 6 days. Or if you just got 4 days, you can maybe train like upper lower. You know the thing, bro. You know what it
Sleep
is.
well, you eat well, you stay consistent, and you do that for years at a time. But if you just said that, you wouldn't go viral, and maybe that's the biggest problem of all. But personally, I think the worst thing is that we are not as supportive of each other as we should be. Like, it's fine to criticize, especially if somebody says something with ill intent or something that harms people. But if somebody is just posting their deadlift max or bench PR, then what is the value in commenting about their form being crap, or how the deadlift is nonsensical, or anything?
Nah, bro, just be like, hey, yo, that was some heavy ass weight you moved there, bro. Like, respect, my brother. You feel me? Just do that, bro. Like, don't be like, nah, your back was all ashed up. They know their back was arched and stuff, bro. Like, even me, I know when my back is arched, but I lifted that thing anyways, bro. You feel me?
else that is purely destructive. And if somebody posts their 1 or 2 year transformation video, why do people say that, oh, this is not impressive if the results are normal? And if the person actually has good results, then they say they're on steroids. Like,
well, I guess you should just post for fun, not necessarily for validation, because you can see that on the internet. Nobody's here to validate you. Nobody owes you validation, bro. You feel me?
you can't win, and this might not have anything to do with the fitness industry on its own, but I think that in the bubble designed to be all about improving yourself, pushing limits, getting healthy, building muscle, etc., that we should at the very least aim to make others feel good and to stay motivated and to
Yeah, just do your part in spreading the positivity and the love,
go.
bro.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Share some love. Don't be like the people who are always hating. Share some love, bro. Like the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.